Boy, I'm getting excited about this thing. This is a lot of fun. Not quite done yet. Still got a few more of these air canisters to put on each side, here and here. And then there's some stuff down the bottom here, and a cable down below. And on the back, I got a piece that's got to go there. And looking at some of the reference pictures, I think there might be something else, a cable that goes across there. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm really liking it. There's two pieces up top here that I'm not 100% sure what they are. They're very, very hard to see in the ref, and I don't think I'm going to be able to figure those out. I may just have to put something on that looks close and go from there. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. This is a really fun one. Excited to see it finished. I have a specific paint color scheme I want to do on it. I actually saw a silo while I was driving today, and it was the exact same colors that I wanted to paint this from the very beginning. Once I paint it, I'll explain my inspiration behind the painting. But I'm happy with this. These are all C-Lab parts. Everything on here is donor kit parts. Everything. Every piece is from a model kit. These tanks are from a AMT truck, and these C-Lab pieces, this is from a ship. These are from tanks. These little hatches are cool. They're on the Sandcrawler as well. Some more tank parts and truck parts up top. You know, honestly, I wish I was half as good as some of the people who ID this stuff. God, I wish I was better at it. I'm telling you, these guys are brilliant. They can look at a fuzzy picture and say, yeah, that's the Panther G. You know, like, come on. I don't know how they do it, but they do it, and I wish I was better at it like them. So hats off to those giants, those guys who are masters before I even picked up a paintbrush. So yeah, I'm sure somebody out there knows what exactly these parts are and these parts, but I wish they would tell me. But somebody's got to know. I don't even know if the original of this thing still exists. I feel like there's something in the middle, like lines going across there too. I don't know. It bothers me. But I see a little bit of like images in the pictures that I can't make out. But I'm just gonna make do, because if I sat around and waited for clear reference pictures or somebody to tell me exactly which pieces are picked or what, I may never get this thing done. So it may be wrong, but it's gonna be, I may be missing a few things, but for the most part I got a lot of it, and I'm excited. The reason why these are white here is because I actually got these tanks off of John Simmons, and he had put cast pieces of the C-Lab on there. I decided I wanted to go with the real pieces, so I popped them off. I'm gonna send them back to him. Sanded all the glue off. That's why that's all white there. So yeah, and we're moving right along. I think next I'm gonna put a couple more pieces on, and then prime it and start painting. My buddy Jason's gonna send me some parts that I need for the back, this piece here, and we'll see how it turns out. I'm excited. So all right, here it is. Finally got the kit parts on. I actually think I ID'd a couple on my own. I think I ID'd these. They were, to the people that I talked to, they didn't know what they were. And I just kind of happened to find them by accident. So, and also there's a piece across the front here. I kind of think I figured if you look here on this right here, this little section here, I'm gonna put up a picture to show. It's I mean, it's not 100% sure, but it's probably more right than wrong. I could be wrong, so you know, it's impossible, entirely possible. I also did a little bit of, so there's a back view of this, of the silo that shows these beauties and the squares in coming out of them. I'll put that up as well. I mean, these I know 100% are definitely right. There's no way they can't be. And then then there's, sorry for the camera. I gotta get a good camera. And then there's this, which I think I'm right, but you never know. And then there's these two on top. Okay. I actually found those by using the shadows from them. I'll put pictures up. Can't see it in this. I think I'm right on those because those pieces actually came from a kit that's already on this model. And also these as well. Also, I'm pretty confident about these as well because of them being this part and this part from the same kit. So, and also this comes from that kit as well. So if it was from a different kit, I would say, yeah, probably not. But since it came from the same box, I can't see that, you know, ILM or Lauren Peterson, who's building this, or Joe Johnson, having a stack of boxes of model kits and be like, oh yeah, let's just take this and put it on. Just, oh yeah, this will fit on here, let's put it on. So I think I'm more right than wrong. I could be wrong, you know, but hopefully not. I mean, I don't have any more reference pictures, and I've asked a couple people for reference pictures, but they didn't have any either. So I'm going with it. I'm happy with it. It's time to prime it and paint it. Oh, I've been waiting for this actually. So yeah, there it is in kit form. Hopefully I got it right. We'll see. Oh well. Painting on. All right, so we got a primer on. It's one color. It's two colors, I'm sorry. We got gray and white. I actually think that might work in my favor because I want it to be, it'll be different colors, like different tones underneath the colors that I'm going for. So just a little thing about the colors I'm going for. I built a studio scale Slave 1, and one of my favorite parts about the Slave 1 was the wings and the colors that were used on the wings. The layers of with the colors just were so cool. I love the way it looks. It's basically a gray and then a yellow and then a white and then misting it with dark grime. And I just remember thinking to myself, I'm going to use that color again sometime. I know it, and that's what I want to do here. So I'm actually going to like put some darker colors on the bottom here before I put my base color on, just to give it a little bit of a darker tone in certain places and lighter tone in other places, like it's just worn different ways. So we're going to start there. I'm going to lay some, I got my Microvex colors mixed up on my vibrator back here, and yeah, this is where I've been waiting to do for a little while now, because I've been like trying to get these parts right. So yeah, you see the white, you see the gray. We're gonna do some black down below, and let's get going. We're just gonna spritz it and just splatter some places and a little bit of tones on the bottom and maybe some other places, just to give it a slightly different, I don't know what you call it. I'm not a paint guy. Like different tones underneath the base color. I've noticed that when you paint things, the primer color and the base color really make a difference. So if you do a dark base color, then if you do a darker primer, then your base color is going to be a little bit darker, and so on and so forth with the white. I specifically noticed it on the Sandcrawler, so I wanted a light reddish brown, and if I had used a dark primer, I would have got a dark reddish brown. But since I used a white primer, I got the reddish brown that I was kind of hoping for. So we'll just get this going. Okay, so we're just gonna just tone it a little bit, just a little bit darker in certain places. Nothing really that drastic, just something to give it a different, a little darker. I don't know how to say it. Just here and there, mainly on the bottom. I want it like different tones underneath the, and even we can do like some dark. That was too much. That was definitely too much. Wipe it off. A little bit of streaking underneath, in between. Just some different tones under the. I don't like how that looks either. I really don't like that. Alright, so maybe we might do something different here. Before I go over with the yellow. Seems to be a little too thin. So we're going to put a little bit more black in. Or dark lark. Just to thicken it up a little bit. And we will wipe this off just to get rid of it. It doesn't matter because underneath this is just tones, so it's not that big a deal to have it blotchy like that, which is good. Yeah, that's all I'm looking for right there. Just that little bit. Something different at the bottom, so it's darker. Since the bottom's going to be darker than the top, the side's going to be like faded. Lighter and faded. Okay. Now we will pause it right here, and I'll put some liquid mask on because I want some of the gray to come through. Not a lot, but some. Put that on and we'll come back. Okay, so we got some liquid mask on there, just like a little bit of gray chipping. We'll put some more over top once we get the yellow on. And like this we're gonna put on light. We're gonna get this like lightly yellow, not real dark, not heavy, very sporadic and blotchy. We definitely don't want this to be a solid color. So I made that mistake before on the Slave one. I made it a solid color and it was like just too bright. So we're just gonna and like with these, we're just gonna like put a light coat on, a couple light coats just to. I'm liking it already. See, you can see white. The yellow will be lighter there and darker there. I just like that a lot. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me, but I think it's pretty cool. The thing about this is though that there's a lot of different angles, so I don't want to put too much on, but I also don't want to not get it covered. There's a lot of different, like I can go top, up, down, bottom, from the bottom. You know, just get it as good as you can. I don't think I'll get every inch of it covered, but I'm liking it already. Lightly put a light base coat on. Let it dry, come back to do that one again. Yeah, let's see how it goes. I mean, this is just, really is just a experiment to see how it looks. I think it's going to look pretty cool, but we'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Try it and see if I like it. If I don't like it, fuck it. Just paint it over it. It's fine. You just paint it as many times as you want to. It's a little difficult to get all of it covered in yellow. Which may be a good thing, because I don't want it solid. I don't want a solid yellow. So give you an example here. See how it's like some of the yellow looks lighter and some of it looks darker. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. More. That's good. I'm going from a different angle because like, these are going to be hard to get in covered. So let it go for a little bit, let it dry, and put another coat on it then. Yeah. I'm loving it. And if you know what the Slave 1 wings look like, there's little spots of yellow showing through. I think I'm going to do that with some of the lattice in the inside. Because I saw a silo, after I already decided what color I was going to do, that had the same colors I'm planning on doing here. So I'll put that picture on so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's just let that, give that a blast with some hair dryer to dry it. And we'll go over it again, I think just one more time. So I can get it. Nice and dry. So see, from a different angle, you see you have to go a different angle then to get some of the parts that you can't get from the up and down. So get that. Oh, that whole side's right. I'm all out. Got to put some more yellow in. I should have put more in to begin with. I didn't think I was going to use this much, but it's going to use a lot. There we go. And I just mix it up in the pot and then go from there. So here we go. And a little, don't want to go too much further. I don't want it to be too yellow. And see how it's like speckled there? I even like that too. Like it's just not uniform whatsoever. Not even a little. I'm happy with that. That's what I want. Because I'm going to splatter the hell out of this sucker. This is going to be like a real working silo even. Too close to being too much yellow. Try to get in the spaces down below here, especially in the middle here. You gotta get a lot of different angles. There's so many different like levels and spaces, and everywhere I look there's another white spot, which is fine, but I'm trying to get as much as I can. Hope this ain't boring, but not a lot to say other than just watching. This video I'll actually show some streaking and some splatter and the good stuff. With the A-Wing I didn't do that. Just because I was kind of in a hurry to get it done. Yeah. Oop, no spill. Should put the cap on. In fact, I will. I do that a lot, and I don't want it splattered on my model or on my shoes. I never was very good at painting without having the cap on because I twist and turn in different angles all the time, and it sometimes is detrimental. Yeah, we're close. We're close. We're close. Very close. What I'll do is after I get this yellow on, I'll just do a little bit more of the liquid mask. I honestly didn't think I'd get to this point, Joe. I've been building this thing for a while now and just wanting to get to this point because I was so excited to try this color scheme that I got impatient because I wanted to get here. I mean, I like building, but I like the finished product even better. Alright, I think we're almost done. Not up here yet. See, this is very, very uneven. Even like dark down there, see? I like that. I'll get this angle up here. Because once you put on the reefer white, this is armor yellow, by the way, not reefer yellow. Once you put on the reefer white, then it like the white takes on like a yellowish tone to it. The reefer white's kind of a weird color. It does different things in different lights with different undertones and in undercoats. It's actually really cool. It's used on a lot of It's used on the X-Wing, it's used on the Y-Wing, it's just used a lot of places. Because it's so chameleon-like. Yeah, it probably looks really brightly yellow in the picture, but it's not in the video. That right there. Yeah. I like it. I'm kind of trying to go down, so there's like streaks going down. You know, like that might be darker there than. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Okay. I think that's good. Luckily, it's light enough that I can still see. Oh yeah, I'm looking in the video. You can see it's blotchy, it's dark in some spots, light in some spots. Exactly what I want. Exactly what I want. Okay. So, on to some more masking. And I will return once I have that on, and we'll go over it with the white and see how that turns out. Okay, all got some liquid mask on there. Got the center taped up because I want those to stay more yellow than the outside, than the cans. There's not much to say other than let's just do it. Let's get it. Let's do it. Mixed in some reefer white, which again usually is a very strange color. I like it. It does some wondrous things, but it's a strange color. Good already. Give me what I want. Archive X acrylics, you just need to put them on in layers. Don't try to soak it. Don't try to get it completely white on your first pass. Just a little spritz and let it build up. Works out nicely. Kind of wish I put a little bit more yellow on the bottom, but oh well. Got enough. Tape isn't sticking like I want it to, but I'll just work around that. This white might be a little bit thick. I might have to put a little bit more thinner in it to get it flow a little better. Once I stop the first coat, I'll do that. Maybe a little bit right now, just to get it flowing a little better. It's a little thick. Usually reefer white is real thin for me, but this bottle is a little bit more thick. Usually have to be careful I don't put too much thinner in reefer white, but not this one. All right, there we go. That's a little better. Spraying a little better. Try off the tip. A lot of times with reefer white, I'll get dry tips. Yeah, just like scratch it off. So you kind of get the idea what it's starting to look like a little bit with the yellow underneath the white. Just gives it that, I don't know, yellow, creamy yellow color, like Slave One's wings. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I pictured. And we'll end up putting splatter and staining and all kinds of goodies on. Let's try to get it from the other side. There we go. Try that. There we go. So then once we get like a coat or two of this, we will take off the liquid mask and still paint the yellow with the Reaper white, but it'll stand out. I like that. I like that a lot. We're getting close to just taking off this liquid mask. And honestly, like, you know, a lot of people contact me and they're like asking me how to do this or how to do that. Dude, seriously, it's not that hard. It is. It honestly isn't. Everybody wants to, you know, you're worried about the ILM method. Don't be too picky. Just do it. I mean, it's a lot of like splatter and staining and just putting paint on and pushing it around with a blow dryer. Really, they did it quick, fast, and dirty. Let's get this on this side, and then what we'll do is we'll just blow with a blow dryer. Take off the liquid mask and put another coat on. Alright, so let's take off some of this mask. You'll see the yellow come through and gray as well. That's what we want. We want all that. We want that wear and tear. See, there's yellow and gray there, and this is the fun part. Seeing what you just see what you've done. You don't think it's much, but it is. So, like, I'll even take a roll of Scotch tape and just go over some parts of it. Get the little stuff that I miss. Sometimes it's hard to get it off cleanly, or you forget where you put it. It's hard to see sometimes. Oh, it's gotta get glued back down. That definitely gotta get glued back down. All right, you get the point. I'm gonna get this off and I'll be back. We'll go over the white. Let's take this off. idea what it's gonna look like. Oh, loving it. Yeah, there we go. We'll leave that liquid mask in there. I don't know what that black spot is, we'll figure it out. All right, I'm gonna take this liquid mask off and I'll be back. Okay, so I got a little ahead of myself. I started weathering it and I started misting it with dark grime. And even though I don't think it looks bad, I started weathering it. There's a lot more weathering to do, but I don't think it looks bad. I kind of like it, but it's not the vision I had for it. So I'm kind of putting a picture up right now to show you what I had in mind, and this is a little too dark. I wanted more white and more yellow in the middle. So like I've said a bunch of times, it's just paint. I've gotten this far, doesn't matter. I can paint over it. I'm gonna start from scratch and go right back to gray, and then put the yellow on, and then put more white on. Well, let's clarify that. Let's do, nope, hold on. Surface gray and armor yellow, which is dar, and then gray for white. So those are the three colors I'm going to do. I just didn't go hard enough with the white over top of the yellow, and I ended up putting too much misting on because I went a little too heavy on the streaks. So we'll just start over. Screw it. So here we go. We're just gonna start over. I'm gonna fast forward through the video this real quick, just showing you that I did it. Okay, back to square one. Yeah, so we're starting back in the beginning. It's gray, light gray. We're gonna add a little bit of darkness at the bottom to give the tones of the yellow and the white some gradient, like shade. So here we go. Alright, we got some gradient undertones, and now we're going to do the armor yellow. Armor SP armor yellow. Gotta mix this up a little first. This literally, honestly, took me 15 minutes to get from what I had to what I got right now. And then this on top will give me, we'll take another 10-15 minutes, and then I'm almost right to where I wanted to be in the beginning. It just seems like every single model I do, I'm doing 2 times, every single one. Because I do it the first time and I'm like, I don't really like it. And then I come back, and then the second time I know what I did wrong and fix it. There we go. Alright, I think that's as far as I'm going to go with the yellow. It looks darker in the video, but it's actually not. It is blotchy. It's kind of all over the place. Let me center this a little better. Must have knocked it. Sorry. But yeah, so that's kind of where I want to be. I am going to actually do some liquid mask, and then I will come back with the white. I really wanted the middle to be yellow, so because that's gonna stay a lot of yellow. So I kind of just want to fill in a little bit of the black spillings, especially the parts you can really see good. Yeah, so there we go. Moving on. Now I'm going to cover up this lattice work in the middle and paint it with the reefer white. There we go. Okay, we're all taped off. We're all masked up. One thing I noticed on the last time I painted it, I didn't have enough yellow showing through. It ended up having too much of the base coat gray, and then when I did the white, you really couldn't see anything. So part of the things I like about Slave 1's wings is there's big patches of yellow. So I have like this paint chipping going on right here. Not about damage, but on the picture, the silo that I saw while I was driving, there was like paint, big chunks of paint flaking off, and I thought it was pretty cool. So this is where we're at right now. We're gonna spray it with reefer white, and we're gonna go pretty white on it this time, because last time we didn't, and then we ended up with a mustard colored looking cream custard even. So again, here we go. Fast forward time. All right, so where I'm at here is I added some tones for underneath, just some gradient colors to it, like light brown and some iron oxide, just to give it a different gradient, like it's darker down below. And I added a few streaks, but I'm going to put a couple more like here, just to balance it out a little bit. I took the latex off and to see the yellow, and I love it. And I feel like if I spray it with the grime, I'm gonna lose some of that yellow. So it's already pretty light, so like lightish dark. So I reapplied my latex to it, so I wouldn't lose the yellow completely. Because my next step right now is to just put a streak or two over here, just because this one looks a little bare. And then give it a little mist coat of grime, dark grime. Not too much, because I don't want to change this white color, and I don't want to lose too much. And then we'll go over it with some darker streaks with a paintbrush, more defined, and a little bit of chipping with sponge. Just a couple different colors of sponge around the edges and on here, and then we'll darken this up with some black, or weathered black, just to make it look dirty and grimy in there. But I'm happy with it. It's coming along good. Yeah, so let's get started. So streaking, it's not as easy as it looks. I practice a lot because I'm not quite as good at it. I take a couple minutes just to give it a see. That turned out pretty good. So it's really just like starting it and whipping it over. And because I'm right-handed, it just tends to work out better that way for me. So you see, we're gonna go. Let's just do right here. A bit of paint and whip. And even that one didn't go the way I wanted it to. So we'll do a separate one that goes a different direction. There we go. One or two, not many. I don't want it to be too heavy. I like that one. Just like that. Not too bad. Pretty simple. We make longer ones, shorter ones, just different angles. Little ones like that. I don't like as much. Over here, we'll do some darker because it's like a seam. I'm using light lark because I don't really know that I want to do any like dark lark on this baby. It's because it's so light. A few blotches here. Cover them up so not so mist over them so they're not so heavy. Tone down a little bit, actually. Yeah, pretty simple. So now we'll put some back here too. A few, not too many. Let's bring this one out a little more. Little one there. And maybe a few from the top. Now when I go over it with some grime, it toned these down a little bit, which I may have to reapply after I do it, so we'll see. There. Alright. That's good. I like that. I'll go over it with a light coat of mist, light misting coat of grime. And the misting coat, we want to thin the paint so it isn't real like harsh, and it's really just like just muting colors, so that they're not so stark and they blend in together. I'll clean this airbrush and then I'll be back. All right, just gonna do a light mist coat of the dark grime to give it that, to tone it down a little bit and blend things together. I'm gonna stay away from the yellow in the middle because I still want to work on that separately. But the cans, we're gonna do it up. I don't want too much more than that because I might go over it with another, then I might go over it with another misting color. See how it kind of like lowers the punchiness of the rust? It kind of like makes it a little bit more blended in. Just a little bit. Yeah, that's looking good. See if you can see the difference there a little bit. It's there. It's just subtle. It just tones it down a little bit. Tones it down, blends it in. I like it. Yeah, there we go. That's good. All right. I think we're at a good spot. Okay. See if there's any other spots I can do. Maybe a little bit more on top. We got all that. Let's just do a little bit more on top. All right. So we'll take the yellow, take off the liquid latex and do some light streaking just to bring it out a little more. Down a little bit. There. Okay, like it. That's where we're going. Okay, I'll be back. Second thought, let's show some of this yellow coming off. I like doing this. This is one of my favorite parts. It's frustrating too because sometimes it's like it doesn't want to come off, and you know there's some stuff. You know there's some liquid latex there, but then you got to go over it with the masking tape just to get all the spots that you missed. And it's starting to come to life now. I'll cut that off a little bit better later. But just to give you an idea what it looks like, I like this. That's what I was going for right there. That's a big part of what I was going for. Yeah, right in there. That's what I was really hoping to get and keep. Let's see the back. I haven't seen the back at all without the latex. There's probably not much. There's enough. Sometimes you forget what you did. Like here, I forgot I did this. This is all latex. So like that's a little punchy yellow. I'll probably go over that with the misting just to tone it down a little bit. I like it. So now we'll just get ready for the next stage. I know there's something there. Yep. Yeah. Go over that. Missed that quick. To get rid of some of the real punchy yellowness. get to some streaking and chipping. All right, finished product, man. I know I said I was gonna do some more weathering. I just find it really hard to video weathering because I'm kind of like talking to myself and figuring out what I like best and where I like to do it, and it'd be hard for me to show it on video. So I will, hopefully on the next one. I think I'm gonna be doing a Falcon next. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I like the weathering. I like the weathering down the middle. It's kind of almost pretty much exactly as I pictured it. And the streaking, you know, like I thought about doing darker streaks, but I think on this lighter piece, the darker streaks would stick out a whole lot. I love this part right here. I do. I like that a lot. Mainly because I saw it on the actual silo that I saw on the side of the road. Let's not drop this. Yeah, I'm happy with it. And this has been a real fun project. I haven't seen too many of these out there painted or finished, and the IDing was really actually a lot of fun to do. Yeah, these pieces here, man, I'm thrilled to death that I'm trying to get a good shadow of it. But I'll tell you, if I had to guess, I'd say that's damn shadow from the actual piece. So prove me wrong. Honestly, this would be an expensive kit to make if you wanted to make it all donor parts again. You got 3, almost 4 C-Lab parts in there, C-Lab kits. Just specifically on this piece right here alone, you need 1, 2. Well, actually, there's one on the front. That one on the front, and then this one, which you cut in half, but you lose. I forget. Like if you cut it in half, you have to cut it so it's like right in the middle. You can get away with 3, but 4 would be the correct number. And again, in the C-Lab, you have 1, 2. There's 4 of these in one kit, so 2, 4, 6, 8. So yeah, you need at least 3 C-Lab kits for this. Plus, it's, you know, there's Panther G on top. So yeah, I like it. I'm happy with it, and moving on to the next project. And thanks for watching. I appreciate the feedback I've gotten on this, and it's been a fun one. Moving on. See you on the next one.